Colin was wrong. Plenty of both on a Monday. Great to have you and Christine Leahy joining me. Listen, man, here is something that is evolved over time. Is that there's no question that in my lifetime, there's a separation between how NFL teams think and how the media that covers the NFL thinks. Is that it was both sort of understood as a kid growing up, as a young journalist, as a young broadcaster. Football is not baseball. There's a clock. Time is everything in football. Time's nothing in baseball. I mean, time's just take your time, lollygag, out of the box, and the box. Time's everything in football. How quick? No, now we have no huddle. And it's serious. The NFL is not about quirky and goofy, and we celebrate that in baseball. We kind of like it in basketball. We don't do it in football. But the media now covering football is covering it like it's baseball, that quirky is great. And it's goofy is fun, and undisciplined adds to the tapestry of football. No, it doesn't. Football is about the GM and the coach and the quarterback. And if they're not smart and they're not grown-ups, you're not going to win any games. You're not going to win any Super Bowls. GM, coach, quarterback, got to be grown-ups. Can't have a Johnny Manziel in there screwing stuff up. So, Raiders, this just shows you the media. The Raiders, Jon Gruden, didn't like Marquette King. Marquette King's a punter. Marquette King is a, quoted, flamboyant social media star. Marquette King last year, back-to-back games, had personal fouls. Marquette King called his own fake punt. Butchered it. Marquette King is about Marquette King. He's a pretty good punter, but he's a punter. And Gruden's like, out, not interested. Jack Del Rio didn't like him either, but didn't have the guts like Gruden. Gruden said, you're out of here. Here are the headlines about this. Here's two headlines today in the media. The Raiders have tragically cut Marquette King, the NFL's most entertaining punter. WTF. Yeah, WTF is tragically cut Marquette King. This is a locker room that gave too much power to Marshawn Lynch, where the offensive linemen stopped blocking for Derek Carr because politically they weren't aligned. This was not a grown-up locker room last year. We got a grown-up now, Gruden. The NFL is about your GM, your coach, and your quarterback. It's about Derek Carr, Jon Gruden, and McKenzie, the GM. It's not about a punter. By the way, let me give you a list of really, really popular football coaches who were quirky. Rex Ryan, Jerry Glanville, Les Miles, Herm Edwards. Fired. Okay, Jon Gruden walks into the Raiders. He's not interested in a flamboyant social media icon as a punter who calls his own fakes, who in back-to-back games had penalties, who Jack Del Rio didn't like either. This is not baseball. It's got a clock. Quirky doesn't win in this league. The media loves Manziel's story. They love Kaepernick. They love politics in their locker rooms. That's not what coaches and general managers like. That's not what GMs and coaches like. This is not tragic. ESPN called it perplexing, not in the least. Christine Leahy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herd Line News.
I think that's the first time you've ever said my last name.